Welcome everyone to another episode of YouTube Talk with Stone Cold Loki. We're going to get into it today with a little YouTube talk about YouTube and the censoring of people that don't quite lean left enough. Let's rock.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
What is your profession?
Greetings, one and all. Welcome to YouTube Talk here with Stone Cold Loki. Loving the new intro. Thank you guys so very much for all your kind words about it. Everybody that's emailed me, left a message, been like, dude, I love the new intro. Thank you very much. It got tweaked a little bit over the weekend because of the bullshit that went on last Friday. But that's not going to happen again because you can suck it. They didn't give me a strike. They didn't keep me off the air. They went back and they were like, oopsie, my bad. Obviously someone tried to get us shut down and it didn't work. So poo-poo for you. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday, a good hump day. Thank you, everybody who came in earlier for our Aliens review, but this is YouTube Talk, and we're not going to be talking about that shitty show, Aliens. Thank God it is over. We got it done. We got it over. No more dragging it out. No waiting till Monday to get it done. It got done, and we've got some shit to talk about. So I am going to, share this. What is this, Loki? What is this? Well, you may have heard about this. You may have heard about it on the interwebs. You may have heard about it from a friend. You may have heard somebody say, oh, wow, Google admitted. But have you seen it? And have you read the details behind it? This is what we're going to be getting into today. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see everybody. Claude Salem, what's going on, brother? So very good to see you. We got Ginger Wolf in the house. What's up, Ginger? Nice to see you. It's the afternoon. It's not so early in the morning. We got the lady Arwen Avalon here. We've got Penny. I saw Penny in here earlier. There she is. How you doing, Penny? We've got the Penguin Sheriff himself, Punkwaddle, here to lay down the law. Good afternoon, my friend. So many wonderful people. Jeff Pearson in the house. What's up, brother? Low spec Linux laptop. Good to see you, my friend. We got Southern Viking. Put the women and children to bed, boys. We're going out. That's right. Southern Viking is here. Greetings program from Daryl the Derelict. Holy shit. Does Tron look like an absolute disaster? They're going to Disney Princess that shit. I told you they couldn't help themselves with Alien. Everybody said they're not going to turn Wendy into a Rey Skywalker, and that's exactly what they did. So good afternoon, my friend. Hopefully, I don't have much hope for Tron. God help me. Good afternoon, Samurai. He says, good afternoon, Valhalla. Good afternoon to you, sir. We've got the Cotton Ministries in the house. What's up, Cotton? Hopefully you are having a good day, kicking ass, taking sames. We got Walter Tomascu in here earlier. We've got Positive Candor. He said, I slept in as usual, so I'm glad that you're doing something this afternoon. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We're going to talk a little YouTube talk, and we're going to get into this. So, what is this? The Honorable Jim Jordan, Chairman, Committee on the Judiciary, United States House of Representatives, 2056 Rayburn House Office Building, Washington, D.C. Dear Chairman Jordan, this statement of facts is submitted on behalf of our client, Alphabet Incorporated, and its subsidiary, YouTube, which needs to be broken up. I'm just going to say that right now. This needs to be broken up. This company needs to be broken up into pieces. They have a stranglehold on apps. They have a stranglehold on the internet. They have a stranglehold on YouTube. And this could happen again. This could very easily happen again. All they have to do is get the right people in there that go, hey, you're going to do what we tell you to do, or we're going to cancel you, or we're going to break you up, or whatever. It needs to get broken up now. That way, none of this can happen again. In response to subpoenas issued by the House Committee on the Judiciary Committee on February 15, 2023 and March 6, 2025. Throughout the committee's investigations, Alphabet provided responsive information to the committee to fulfill its oversight responsibilities, producing internal records and providing extensive testimony, including more than 40 sets of responsive documents and the voluntary participation of 20 executives in transcribed interviews. Alphabet is a collection of businesses that need to be broken up. The Alphabet company needs to be broken up. Google needs to be broken up. Make them separate. Give them different owners. It needs to be broken up. It needs to be done now while the Republicans are still in office. Because honestly, if the Democrats get in there again, this is just going to go on as business as normal. This has happened to a lot of people I know. It happened to some of the people in this chat right now. We've got Arwen here. It happened to her and Arlena. It happened to a lot of people. It happened to Ryan Roger Athey. It's happened to so many people over the years that I can't name them all. As many people as I know that were demonetized, deplatformed, had their channels shut down for saying the wrong word during COVID-19. And a lot of this is about COVID-19 and what they wanted you to believe compared to what was going on everywhere with people talking and evidence being shared to the contrary that they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. So, Alphabet is a collection of businesses, the largest of which is Google. Alphabet's mission is to organize the world's information, not tamper with it, not hold it back, organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Alphabet is committed to building helpful products for everyone, and the company aspires to give all users the tools they need to increase their knowledge, not stifle their knowledge, not hide knowledge, not keep people from speaking their mind. It is to organize. The company is committed to doing its part to continue to keep the digital ecosystem safe, reliable, and open to free expression. Alphabet designs its products to work for everyone. Bias towards a particular viewpoint is not in line with the company's values or the company's business interests. Well, see, that's really weird because for the last 4 years, people have been debanked for their opinions, debanked for their religion, debanked for their political choices. They have been ostracized from family, friends. They have been removed from their jobs. They have been fired. They have been told they will not earn a penny, and they were removed from the public forums because of the way they voted and because of the views they had. Alphabet's business model depends on being a useful source of information for everyone and a home for users of all backgrounds. That's new to me. I don't know if it's new to you, but it's definitely new to me because I've been here for a long ass time. And for a while, broadcast yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Broadcast yourself. The home of broadcasting yourself was YouTube. And you know what it's been like for the past 5 years? You know what's been going on? Did you see it happen to your friends, to your loved ones, to someone that you were working with, someone that you were co-oping with, streams, business, whatever? I bet you did if you've been here for the last 5 years. I bet you know somebody. I bet you worked for somebody. I bet that you had a channel that was removed. I know I did. I had a backup channel that was removed for talking about COVID-19. Maybe I should try and get that channel back. Now that we're on the up and up, and now that we're being honest with everybody, because this was the biggest lie. We're not doing that. It's not us. You see, when the government gets involved with stuff like this, it's called job owning. What's job owning, Loki? Job owning means that the government said, you're going to do this or we're going to make your life a living hell. So the company did it. Why did the government do that? Because the government can't. The government can't regulate what's on YouTube and what's on TV. They can't regulate private citizens' views. They can't debank citizens. It's not within the power of the government to do that. Yet, they did it anyway. And I told you years ago when we discussed this, when we talked about it, I said, these companies are going to come out and they're going to go, the government told us we had to do this and we did it. It's not our fault, but they went along with it. YouTube went along with it, as well as many others. They did it because they felt they had to do it. They let them in. They let these people control shit. And it was very clearly under Biden's reign and administration, and not the guy they kept saying, he's the one who's going to silence you. He's the one that's going to make everyone bow down and kowtow to him. It wasn't him. It was the other ones. It's funny how everybody's come out and talked about fucking Jimmy Kimmel Like, oh my God, we're going to lose free speech. No one's going to be able to do anything. Ginger, you're not going to be able to do your job anymore. Papa, you're not going to be able to buy pot anymore because of Trump. Claude, you're not going to be able to do your live streams. It's all Trump. Bad. It's all Trump's fault. It's all Trump's fault. It's all him. It's this, it's that, it's the other. Huh. Look at what y'all were doing and who you did it for. And guess what? They're not going to take any responsibility for this. They're not even going to act like it happened. Nothing is going to happen to these people. The people that were behind this, the people that were in charge of it, the people that were threatening Google, none of them are going to get in trouble for this. At least I highly doubt it. Because they're just going to be like, whoa, this can't happen again. We're going to put in guardrails and to make sure it doesn't happen. And they will sidestep those guardrails and do it anyway. This is going to be a continuous problem until you break up this company and split it up. It's not going to stop. As a result, Alphabet has a natural long-term business incentive to apply and develop its policies consistently, impartially, and independently. But that's not what you did, was it? The committee and its investigation. The company appreciates the accountability from the House Judiciary Committee, led by Chairman Jim Jordan, and its critical role in advancing the core American value of freedom of expression. The company has a commitment to freedom of expression. This commitment is unwavering and will not bend to political pressure. You did. I hate to say it, but you did. See, this is all nice and good to say all this, but you did bend to the pressure. You did bend over and give them full access. You opened your legs and you gave them access to everything that they wanted to do. They already expressed me. How many people disagree with me being a show-off? Okay, so what you do is considered protected under your First Amendment's rights. It's artistic expression, Ginger. So being able to go into a club and dance and do what you do is protected under the First Amendment of the United States. It's freedom of expression. It's art. This allows you to do what you do. If they change that, without changing the law, that is illegal. They cannot do that. The government is not supposed to be involved in any of this. Yet we know for a fact that they were, and that they were giving Google the orders of what to allow, which was, you can talk about shit, but you can't talk about politics. You can't talk about the 2020 election. You can't talk about COVID. You cannot say COVID. Anybody talking about COVID, doesn't matter whether they're a doctor, a nurse, it doesn't matter. You're going to get shut down and you're going to get taken off the air because you dared talk about the coup. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's why Google needs to be broken up and it needs to get removed and somebody else needs to be in charge of this shit because this is outrageous. Transparency regarding government interactions with private platforms is essential for fostering public trust and upholding principles of free expression. That means that any communication from now on that goes on between the United States government or any of its affiliates connected to the United States government with Google, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, whatever it is, has to be transparent and it has to be publicly accessible. The Biden administration and Alphabet, here's where things get really, really interesting. The COVID-19 pandemic was an unprecedented time in which online platforms had to reach decisions about how best to balance freedom of expression with responsibility. There's your key word, responsibility, including responsibility with respect to the moderation of user-generated content that could result in real-world harm. No, the real-world harm was their pocketbook. In this was making a killing off vaccines. Why? Because they own stock in the companies, and this is now a new yearly vaccine that everybody has to take. Everybody's going to have to take this. We're going to force you to take it. We're going to make it impossible for you to work, go outside, go to a restaurant, attend family functions, and we're going to use your own peers to help enforce that law. We're going to use everyday people, your family, your friends, everybody to turn on you and make you get this. Why? Money. It wasn't about keeping you safe. It wasn't about keeping you healthy. It was about money. It's always about money. And it's about getting this scheduled as a must-have vaccine constantly when it's not even a vaccine. It's not even a flu shot because guess what? You still get sick. You still spread it. It doesn't stop the spread. They kept saying, stop the spread, take the jab. Stop the spread, take the jab. You got to take the jab to stop the spread. You got to wear masks to stop the spread. You got to wear masks in your car while you're by yourself to stop the spread. It could get in your car and it could spread. So wear a mask in your car. Wear a mask in the drive-thru. I will never, ever fucking go to Krispy Kreme donuts again because they wanted me to wear a mask in the drive-thru. They wanted me to wear a mask in the fucking drive-thru. When I wasn't around anybody, all they had to do was hand me the donuts. This is what I want. Give me my damn donuts. This was years ago in the middle of the coop. I just want my donuts. Back then, you could get a 12-pack. You get a baker's dozen, which is 13, for $8.99. That shit costs $19.99 now to get a dozen donuts. And I'm glad it does because you know what? All that did was make my diabetes worse. That's it. That's all I did was make that shit expensive and I don't give a shit. Make it expensive and go out of business. I could care less. But this shit, everyone knew it. Everyone knew it was bullshit and everyone knew what was going on, but they denied it. We didn't do anything. No, that would be bad. It would be absolutely horrible. Senior Biden administration officials, including White House officials, conducted repeated and sustained outreach to Alphabet and pressed the company regarding certain user-generated content related to COVID-19 that did not violate policy. What does that mean? That means that nothing that was said, nothing that was done should have got your channel taken down. That is number 8 on this list. If you're looking, look up Biden administration and Alphabet, number 8 on the list. Senior Biden administration officials. These are the top dogs, including White House officials. That's his top staff. Conducted repeated and it sustained outreach to Alphabet. That means they were calling them all the time. Get this off the air. Do not let them do this. They were constantly on the phone, emailing in their shit about what they decided was allowed and what was not. This is an attack on your freedom of speech. This was an attack on everyone's freedom of speech. And you know what they told you? Oh, you still have your freedom of speech. We're just not giving you a platform. But wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. If that's true, what happened with Jimmy Kimmel? Oh, well, that's different, Loki. No, he's still free to speak his mind. They're just not giving him a platform to do it anymore. And what happened? He was back in less than a week. He's back. And he's on there. And oh my God, the left is just, yay, Jimmy, let me suck you off. Pedro's going on the show. I took Jimmy Kimmel in my mouth on the Jimmy Kimmel show. That's what his shirt said. It's so up its own ass and crazy that you'd think I'm living in some kind of alternate reality where this crazy shit's going on. No, this is it. Did not violate policy. While the company continued to develop and enforce its policies independently, Biden administration officials continued to press the company to remove non-violative user-generated content. That means that it violated no issues with YouTube. It was not in the TOS. So everybody that asked, hey, can you just tell me where it is in the TOS? Can you just tell me where it is in the TOS that says what I did wrong? And they wouldn't. They refused. They just said, go look at our TOS. And nothing I did was in the TOS. Why isn't anything there? Why is my stream throttled? Why do I only have 5 people in here when I usually have 80 to 100? Because I'm talking about the coup. Because they shadow ban people. Guys, share this out. Let everybody know what's going on. Share this out. Share the stream. Give us a like if you want. This is important. This is what we've been talking about and what we've been saying for years. And now we finally have the proof. Why? Because the right questions were asked. And they actually gave us an answer. As online platforms, including Alphabet, grappled with these decisions, the administration officials, including President Biden, the President of the United States, created a political atmosphere that sought to influence the actions of platforms based on their concerns regarding misinformation. They do the exact same thing with banks. Have you ever been debanked? Has anybody here ever been debanked? I have. PayPal debanked me when it was just me. Then I got a business license and they were like, yeah, fuck, we can't touch that. You'll sue the shit out of us. How many people have been debanked? Here in chat, let me know. How many people have been debanked? They were debanking people because of their political ideology. It's called risk assessment. Oh, well, this person's a Republican. I can't risk having them do business with my bank because I might get canceled. So you're ruined. You're debanked. We don't want your business. We don't want your business. What's up, Mahogany Draws with the $5 super chat? He said, covered that this morning, and now there's a CA bill trying to get passed. This is not conspiracy anymore. This is real. This is real. This is the shit. This is the shit we've been dealing with for 5 years. And we knew it was happening. We knew this was going on. We knew this was forced. And we said it. You know what we called? We were called conspiracy theorists. We were called crazies. We were called, oh, you just need to shut up and sit down. No one's taking away your freedom of speech. Oh, wow, look, they were, huh? Funny how that happens. Funny how we wouldn't know this if Kamala was president. And they'd still be doing the same shit. If you don't hate the media and politics enough, you should now. Because this is where it gets us. Thank you, Mac, so very much. We've got another one from Mac with $10 super chat. $10. What do you get for $10? I feel like I'm on Snowdub's show. Also, content creators are starting to get their channels reinstated like Dave Cohen. Remember the channels who spoke out and questioned the media during the Biden administration? I know Ryan's pushing. Ryan Roger Athe, crazy son of a bitch. He's pushing to get his channel back. He got dumped 4 months ago. Why did he get dumped? We're going to have to wait and see. They've come after me multiple times, trying to get me on the last one was last Friday night where they said I showed a firearm on screen. That was 10 minutes into the show. 10 minutes into the show, they said I showed a firearm on screen. And I was thinking about it. I was like, well, it's got to be like something from the intro, right? No. They stopped it at the exact point they thought, because I went back and asked, I said, hey, if it was the intro, why did you stop the show 5 minutes after the intro was over? What's the deal? You know what they told me? They said, well, it picked up that you had a firearm screen, but you didn't. Well, then where the hell did you pick that up at? Because no one on the screen had a firearm on the screen. Culture was there. I was there. Snowdub was there. Jedi Master was there. Where the hell did the firearm come from? There wasn't a firearm shown on screen. So where the hell did it come from? It didn't. Which means some pansy ass bitch tried to report it and they shut it down to be safe and then went, oopsie, sorry. Yeah, that was on us. I'm like, yeah, it was. It was on you. Why? Because you think you have, oh, well, we got the keys to the kingdom. We can just shut you down forever we want to. And it's even worse when it's just over a political thing. Do you know why I think I got shut down? I think I got shut down because we put up a picture of the Late Show, the thumbnail for that night. And it looked an awfully lot like, and I said, we are the Late Show now. And boop, we got shut down. What a bunch of pansy ass bitches. Thank you very much. Mockney Draws. We got another one from Pacific 414, 34-month members. Thank you, brother. Thank you so very much for believing in Loki. We as creators need to talk about this because it affects us all in one way or another. Yes, it does. And we've been talking about it. I've been talking about this for 5 years. They tried shutting me down over Joker stuff. They tried shutting me down over comic stuff. They tried shutting me down over COVID-19 stuff. And I know plenty of people that did get shut down just for saying the word COVID-19. That's why we all called it the coof, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we had to code word that shit. People are like, why are you saying coof? Because if we say the other thing, that's it. We get shut down. We get taken out. Why? Because no one can have a dissenting opinion about anything. Mahogany Draws with $5 super chat. Ryan Roger Athe got taken off the platform due to massive false flagging campaign from a former Kotaku senior editor. You know what? That skank, along with the other skank that went to the UN and talked to them, both of those nasty, horrible people can take a long walk off a short pier. I could care less about them too. Absolute waste of space, waste of oxygen, waste of humanity on those two. Thank you so much, Mockney Draws. And before we hit that skull, Cotton Ministry said you can smell a fart through your mask. It's not stopping a virus, but I'm not a doctor or anything. I know there are like form-fitting filtered masks. I mean, you're looking at like Joker here mask, Joker, right? The like filtered ones, but the ones that aren't, the ones that are just like a surgical mask, they don't do shit, and they're actually very bad for you. I think that a lot of the people that have long coof, long pig, long COVID, got it from wearing those fucking masks for so long. Did anybody see Ben Affleck's kid at the UN masked up saying we must all return to the ways of the COVID-19 where we were all huddled in our homes alone and maskless because that's the only way we can stay safe? What a wacky bitch that is. I now know why Ben is on that side of the building like, it's not just Jennifer. Thank you guys so very much for your super chats. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being members. This one is just for you. A little skull and tuck and roll. As online platforms, including Alphabet, grappled with these decisions, the administration officials, including President Biden, created a political atmosphere that sought to influence the actions of platforms based on their concerns regarding misinformation. That means the government was telling them exactly what to do. That is called jawboning, and that is illegal. When you force a corporation or company by the government. When a government does this, it is called jawboning. There is a word for it, and it is illegal for them to do. Why? Because they're trying to circumvent the Constitution of these motherfucking United States of America. That is what they did. They circumvented the First Amendment so they could go, it's not us. They're a private company. They make their own decisions. Absolute fucking heresy and a lie. If you thought they lied to you before, oh no. They jawbone their way into denying you your First Amendment rights and put it on Google. If any of these companies work for any of these bitch-ass motherfuckers again, they are the dumbest son of a bitches on the planet, because this is what they do. They control the media. They control the narrative. It is unacceptable and wrong when any government, including the Biden administration, attempts to dictate how the company moderates content. And the company has consistently fought against those efforts on First Amendment grounds. But they did what they wanted them to do. They did exactly what was asked of them. That's the problem. You're going to see a lot of videos about this. You're going to hear a lot of talk about this. Makani was talking about this today. Makani was talking about these problems today. You're going to hear a lot of stuff about it. You're going to hear a lot about Google saying it was all them. It wasn't us. You went along with it. You didn't want to get canceled. You were afraid. Just admit you were being a pussy. Just admit it. You didn't stand up to Biden. You didn't do what is in this call to action, number 10 at the very bottom. And the company has consistently fought against those efforts on First Amendment grounds. You lying fucking snakes. You didn't. You didn't protect the people that were making content for you. You didn't protect the people that were making you bukus of money. You didn't protect the people that just wanted a platform to come on and talk about what the hell was going on. You protected the government because you were afraid of the government. Just admit that you were being little bitches. Just admit you were being a pussy. You know what? Everybody at some point in their life has had a pussy moment. Everybody's pussied out about something. Don't tell me you haven't. Whether it was talking to some girl or doing something at work or something, you have had a pussy moment. Everybody has. Where you should have done something and you didn't. I did. It's when I should have divorced my first wife and I didn't do it. I did. That was my big pussy moment. I should have divorced. As soon as I found out what the fuck was going on, I should have been like, that's it. Nope. You lied to me. You lied to me where our kid was. I had no idea. I get up from work early. I call your fucking fat, lazy sister and go, hey, where's my kid? I don't know what you're talking about. Not here. I should have fucking divorced your bitch ass then. And I didn't. That was my pussy moment. I should have just done it. So don't tell me that you stood up for anybody or anything when you let them do this. No matter the political atmosphere, YouTube will continue to enable free expression. Bullshit, because you didn't. That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit because you didn't. You bent the knee. You bent over, you opened your ass cheeks, and you let them in. Particularly as it relates to issues subject to political debate. That may be the way it is now, but that's not what you did. Political debate and discussion are in the public's interest. This is because of Charlie right here. This is because of Charlie Kirk. Political debate and discussion are in the public's best interest, which is why YouTube expanded its approach to educational, documentary, scientific, and artistic content on the platform. But this up here, to enable, no, you lied. You lied and you banned people. Do not fucking tell me, do not piss on me and tell me it's raining. You lied. And now you're saying, we'll do everything to protect your fucking freedom of speech. Don't. In contrast to other large platforms, YouTube has not operated a fact-checking program that identifies and compensates fact-checking partners to produce content to support moderation. That is another lie. How many people got flagged for COVID-19 misinformation? How many people got flagged for COVID-19 misinformation? How many people had that show up in their description of their videos on the YouTube page? Don't fucking lie to us. We know exactly what you did. We know exactly what you did and exactly how it went down. Do not lie to us. YouTube has not and will not empower fact checkers, liars, to take action on or label content across the company's services. Liars. You fucking liars. All of this, that is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit because you did it. And you did it during COVID-19. COVID-19 misinformation. You threw it up on how many live streams, how many videos? Warning, YouTube declares misinformation on COVID-19. Warning, so don't lie to us. YouTube also began offering a feature on YouTube beginning in June 2024 that allows users to add notes to provide relevant, timely, and understandable context on videos. You didn't have to add anything. It's just put it in the comments. The pilot is available on mobile in the US and in English, and YouTube continues to collect feedback on the feature. YouTube also features an extensive comment section. That's all you need is comments, likes, and dislikes. That's it. Bring back the fucking dislike button, where viewers can comment and share their views on content posted by creators. That whole paragraph is worthless. Not to mention the bullshit we got from the previous one. The company terminated channels for repeatedly violating its community guidelines on election integrity content through 2023 and COVID-19 content through 2024. Wow. Today, YouTube's community guidelines allow for a wider range of content. Why did you change? Why did it change? Tell us why it changed. Because of Donald Trump and because of Charlie Kirk, we kind of got fucked. Reflecting the company's commitment to free expression. No, you caved. You bent the knee to the government. That's what you did. You bent the knee and you caved to Biden's administration. You admitted it. Page 1. Reflecting the company's commitment to free expression, YouTube will provide an opportunity for all creators to rejoin the platform if the company terminated their channels for repeated violations of COVID-19 and election integrity policies that are no longer in effect. What does that mean? Most likely, as much as I'm like, hey, Ryan, I hope you get your channel back, dude. It's not going to happen. Why? Because he wasn't taken down for COVID-19 related problems or election integrity. He got taken down because a nasty, toxic, twisted old hag had people flag his channel in mass. That needs to be taken care of. And that needs to be stopped. The whole flagging thing needs to be fucking stopped. Today, YouTube's community guideline, YouTube will provide an opportunity. Yeah. YouTube values conservative voices. I don't think you do. I think you're just saying that to appease the masses. I think you're just saying that to appease the masses right now. This is your way to hide with your guilt of what you've done. If you even feel any guilt, I bet you don't. None of that works for my old channels. I think mine were all nuked while Obama was in office. I can only imagine, Papa. I wish I'd seen it. I wish I'd been around to see it, because holy shit. Because politics, man. Politics. Good afternoon, Pat. Politics, man. YouTube values conservative voices on its platform and recognizes that these creators have extensive reach and play an important role in civic discourse. That's all about Charlie Kirk right there. The company recognizes these creators are among those shaping today's online consumption, landing must-watch interviews, giving viewers the chance to hear directly from politicians, celebrities, business leaders, and more. What does that mean? That means they just went, holy shit, we're missing out on a cash cow. And we could be making money here. What's up, Mrs. Martin Muses? Throwing out the rose. Good morning. I got it. Thank you for the rose, Miss Martin Muses. Good to see you. Reasonable deniability. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good to see you, Jill. I went after Hillary pretty hard. Dude, man, you know what? I just think back to 9 years ago. I voted for a guy that I didn't even like because I wouldn't vote for her. Loki, why would you do that? Why would you just like not vote? Because I was taught that if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't vote, this is what my dad taught me. If you don't vote, if you don't exercise your authority to vote, one day you're going to lose it and you're not going to have it. So every time, vote. And then he was like, well, and vote all Republican because fuck Democrats. And I said no. I was the black sheep of the family. I said, I'm going to vote for who I want to vote for. Now, oh no, you fucked that up and ruined that. You gave my dad his dream. Now I'm straight fucking ticket. The committee has taken important investigative steps to highlight the erroneous obligations under laws such as the Digital Services Act and Digital Markets Act may stifle innovation and restrict access to information. What is this? September 23rd, 2025. What is this? This is what the EU wants to do. The EU wants to control everything you see, hear, and can physically touch. They want to control all the information. They don't want you posting mean memes. California is going down the same road. Makani brought that up earlier, that California is going down the same road that the EU is going down, that they're trying to push through a proposal and get it okayed, that you can't put up a meanie meme, $500 million or $500,000 fine up to $1 million for posting a meme that could hurt somebody's poor peepees. This is all it is a weapon to use against your enemy, to use against the voices that are not sitting right next to you. This will be used as a way to silence anyone who questions you, anyone that questions the narrative, anyone that has any idea that, hey, maybe something's not right here. This is what the First Amendment is there to protect against. These laws place a disproportionate regulation burden on American companies, and the company has long expressed its concern about the risk of the DSA may pose to the freedom of expression within and outside the European Union, depending on how certain provisions may be enforced. The DSA could be interpreted in such a way as to require Alphabet and other providers of intermediary services to remove lawful content. They will control all that you see and hear that started out as science fiction and is now science fact. They will control all that you see and all that you hear. The DSA may open avenues for substantive regulation of lawful speech, including through risk mitigation. That's what the banks use. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what the banks use to debank you and keep you from having a bank account, is risk mitigation. I'm sorry, you can't open an account here, sir. You're a bank. Why can't you open an account here? Because you voted Republican in the last election. We can't risk having you here at this bank. Wow. So you can't deny service for a tranny that wants a cake, but you can deny me service for being a Republican and wanting to open a bank account. I don't think it works that way. I really don't. I don't know about you guys. I don't know what you think, but I don't think it works that way. I don't think they have the ability to do that. Just saying, I can see lawsuits. I can see lawsuits all over. I can see lawsuits coming to YouTube for the shit that they pulled. Because they can be like, we're really sorry, it wasn't us, it was the government. But you went along with it. And you're going to have to pay the price. And I think that price needs to be breaking up the alphabet. Break up the alphabet, break them up, put different people in charge of them, different owned companies. No one can own everything, and fucking let it go. And start from scratch. The use of codes of conduct and crisis protocols and the out-of-court dispute settlement mechanism, Alphabet remains mindful of these risks and continue to be vigilant in its defense against these rights. That last bit is absolute bullshit. That last bit is absolute bullshit because they already bent the knee. They've already shown us that they will bend over, open their cheeks, and let the government come right in and decide what they need to do to be in control. I'm not surprised. I'm not like freaking out. I'm not like, oh my God, how could they do this? It's just the way it is. And we knew it was the way it is. And they denied it. They said, no, that's not what we're doing. No, you're all living in fantasy land. No, it's part of our TOS. When they did it over and over and over again. And there was nothing in their TOS about any of it. Nothing. They were told what to do, and they did it. Miss Martin Muses with a beautiful rose. Thank you so very much for the super sticker. Miss Martin Muses. Thank you. This one is just for you. Where is it? I don't know. I moved everything. Here it is. A little toxic femininity for you, Miss Martin Muses. Go! And this right here, the media has violated the antitrust laws over and over and over again. Why? Because they were told to. And they're so used to this. They're so used to the back channel telling them exactly what to say and exactly what to do that they can't live without it. They can't. They don't know where to go from here. What does that mean? That means you've got to wipe the slate clean. Fox News, CNN, I don't give a shit whether Fox is more right-leaning than left. I really don't give a shit. Get rid of Fox News, get rid of the mainstream media, and fucking start over. If you've got to start by printing papers, start by printing papers. But everyone that's been involved in this shit, everyone that's had a back channel, it needs to go. You need to go. If you voluntarily cooperated with this shit, it's time to go. So long, farewell, I'll be to say goodbye. It's time to say sayonara. Goodbye. You need to be shut down. Your license needs to be pulled, and you need to be told to shut the fuck up for the rest of your life, and you better be glad you weren't in jail. That's what needs to happen. Jim Watari, what is up with a $10 super chat? He says, "Sko and talk and roll." I'm sure YouTube is also concerned with all the creators that have left for Rumble. YouTube is number one, and Rumble needs to get its shit together. If Rumble got its shit together, I would love to say Rumble is the number one streaming service out there. Go check out Rumble. They're number one. The problem is they're not, and they're not getting their shit together, and they're not making things better over there, and they're not making things easier over there. If anything, it's more complicated now than it was before. Rumble needs to get his shit together if it wants to take on YouTube. It is not anywhere near being there yet. Neither is Kick, neither is any of the other ones. It needs to get its shit together. Republican, Democrat is only for us. It's to keep us divided and fighting while giving us the illusion of freedom. There is no division in DC. They're all on the same team, and it's not ours. And that's why they hate Trump so much, ladies and gentlemen, because he is not one of them. He is not one of them. He is not one of their circle. They all laughed at him when he ran for president, and then he won and they shit themselves. And they had to make you hate him because he beat Hillary, a lifelong political figure, a woman who paid her dues by letting her husband sleep with every fucking intern he wanted and keeping her mouth shut about it for the good of the party. She lied. She lied about other women. She hated other women. She hated what was going on, but she kept her mouth shut and she kept her head down because I could be powerful and politically keen. One day maybe I'll be president. And then all my sacrifices of letting my husband stick his dick into any intern he want, whether they wanted to fuck him or not, maybe that'll finally pay off. Oh, I am. She's incompetent. But you know that's what happened, Papa. You know that's what happened, bro. She kept her mouth shut because she figured I'm gonna have power one day. So he can stick his dick in whatever he wants to. I'll deal with it. And then she went and got laid and had the guy killed because can't have someone talking about the fact that, she's just as bad as he is. That could come back to bite her in the ass. That woman is not human. And you know what? I don't normally do this, but I really pray. I pray for those fucking people. I do. God, and I'm not joking here. I'm not kidding. This isn't a game. God, show those twisted, deformed beings what you haven't. In some way, shape, or form, show them the error of what they're doing. God, help me, because they need it. They really do. I feel they just don't have souls. They just don't have souls. They are soulless husks walking around in skin suits. Jim Watari gifted 10 Stone Loki Mornings of Mischief memberships. Holy shit, I said Mornings of Mischief. I haven't done that in a while. A Phantom Outsider got a membership. Alice of the Hole got a membership. Timothy Pearson got a membership. D. Mina got a membership. Demo Penguin got a membership. Tim Hayes got a membership. Dyrus got a membership. Laura B. What's up, Laura B? Good to see you. Got a membership. Sean Estep. What's up, Sean? Got a membership. And Bruce Lombardo got a membership. Thank you, dude, so very much for your generosity. And remember, next Monday, we're giving away a game, or if you prefer, you can get one of the new shirts that should be up and online in the store this weekend. So the tapestries, I've been working on this for like a month now. Tapestries are coming back. The cups are coming back. The tumblers are coming back. The beach towels, the backpacks. We got all kinds of shit coming that's going to have merch written all over it. So if you want if you want a shirt, if you want one of the new shirts, the Fuck Calm Die in Battle and Go to Valhalla shirt, I'll get you one. I'll get you one. And the U is the Loki horn. So it doesn't actually have the U in it, but it's got the skull with the helmet on that you see in the intro, and the horns are the U, which I was like, holy shit, that's ingenious. That's great. We are here to view the tapestries. That's right. It's good to see you, Courtney. So remember, Monday, it's either going to be 6 or 7 p.m. Central. We're going to give away either a game or a shirt. Up to you guys. If you want a shirt, I'll give you a shirt. If you want a game, I'll get you a game. We're going to pick out a game, and somebody will get it for free. So all you have to do to be able to get the game or the shirt is come in during the member stream and say one word. Just let me know you're there. That way I can get your name off the list, and I'm not going in digging up 9 kinds of shit from the back end of YouTube. So just make sure that you're in the chat at least once. I will keep the entire list of people updated, and you will be entered to win. So we're doing this every month. Every single month, we're going to be giving away a game or a shirt. I'll let you guys choose. You can either have a game or a shirt. Because I know some people, they're like, Loki, I don't play no damn video games. I don't have no damn Steam. I got no Xboxes or the PS5s. I'm just a good old boy sitting on the porch, listening to you, drinking my coffee in the morning. Okay, sir, we will get you a shirt. We will get you a freaking shirt. And if you don't want a shirt, I don't know what else I can tell you. Jedi Master Lost in Space with $2 super chat says, Skull Loki, Skull you guys. I'm going to be sending you guys over to Paulie, because I'm going to be going over there talking about I'm going to be going over there to talk about, I guess I put the wrong link in this morning. Holy shit. I had Machini's link at the end of this one. We're going to be talking about Alien. So if you didn't get enough Alien the first time, holy shit, it's on its way. Because, yeah. All right, that's set up. Guys, Machini, if I didn't send them over to you this morning, I'm sorry, bud. I guess I put you at the end of this one for whatever reason, instead of putting you at the end of the Alien one. So my bad on that one. Derp, Alien, derpy, derp. That's right, more derp. The final derp, I guess it wasn't the final derp because Paul asked me to come talk to him. So I'm going to go over there. Guys, be great. Be excellent. Always keep your eyes open for shit like this. Be excellent to each other. And always speak friend to enter. Those aren't just words, they're words to live by. And if we all live by them, maybe shit would be a little bit better around here. Maybe shit would be a little better for each of us. So take care. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for coming for the late YouTube talk, and have a great rest of your Wednesday, guys.
This program has been brought to you by China. Yes, China. Your friendly communist neighbors. We own all of your shit now, including your government.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.